determine who fights for the world title.
Definitely taking a slower approach.
Well, you would think that Glunder would be fresher. His fight was over in round number 1. Baya went the full 3 rounds. How important will that be?
Well, Baya did have a tough fight against Moiseev, but I don't know. Both of them are staying really calm and relaxed. Doesn't look like they're going for those big knockout shots they did in their first fights.
Not much urgency so far, a minute into round number 1. Body shot from Glunder.
There's a more explosive combination from Baya. Back in the southpaw position.
Massaro Glunder has 4 brothers. They're all younger, 18, 15, 13, and 8. Says in his spare time he loves playing video games with those guys. And you know they're on the edge of their seat watching Big Brother with the opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, and Massaro's father, Rodney Glunder, was also a fighter. And he wanted his son to be a soccer player, but Massaro wanted to be a kickboxer, so his dad sent him to Mike's gym.
Worked out pretty well. He's 29, 8-4 with 19 wins by knockout.
And only 22 years old.
Someone becomes a star tonight. Will it be the 22-year-old Glunder or the 25-year-old Baya? Neither fighter exactly trying to take this fight by the throat.
No. And you got to remember, Massaro is a featherweight, where Baya is a natural lightweight. So I'm sure if we see Massaro again, he'll be in the featherweight division. Unless he wins this fight.
Just one fight left tonight, and it is a world title fight. A left hook lands. And that's the best punch so far for Glunder. Glunder in the black gloves, Baya in the white. They're wearing the exact same trunks. It's tough to tell them apart. Mike's gym's getting a lot of good advertisement work tonight, aren't they? He's loving it in the stands. Again, their trainer not willing to stand in either guy's corner. Wouldn't be fair. Earlier you saw Harut Grigorian get knocked out, and violently so, by Myrtle Grunhart. Let's check in now with Nick Hemmers, who's the trainer of Harut Grigorian. He's with Whitney Miller.
That's right, Todd. I'm with Nikki Hemmers. Nikki, from your perspective, what exactly went on in there tonight?
I think they started good. The first round was good. They fought good. And in the second round, Harut got a knee from Myrtle, and he got a cut. So he turned around, which you never do in a fight. And Myrtle, he stepped in and gave him a right hook from behind. It was not illegal. It was not nice to do, but it was not illegal. Yeah, and then he went out and everything happened. I don't know. I feel sorry about it for both of our teams. It's not nice for us. And I hope we can do it again, a rematch.
Thank you for your side of the story.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Appreciate that, Whitney. So Nick Hemmers showing a lot of class, saying, listen, it's not a nice thing to do, but it was completely legal.
And that's a fair...
And then sweating as he watches 2 of his fighters squaring off against each other.
I'm surprised he doesn't have his towel. He usually has his towel with him.
Well, it's a win-win situation for Big Mike. One of his fighters is going to win this lightweight tournament tonight.
Just shows how dominant his young stable of fighters are.
Here we go. Round 2, scheduled for 3. 6 minutes to go. Joe, that was a very tough round to score. Not much really happened.
No, they're definitely showing a lot of respect for each other.
All 5 judges, though, giving that round to Christian Baya. So Glunder needs to win the next 2 rounds.
We'll see if he's going to pick up the pace.
And they have picked up the pace. Already throwing as many punches in round 2 than they did in round 1.
I bet you on their sparring sessions, these guys go harder than this sometimes. Well, most of the time. I know Mike's gym is really known for hard sparring.
Baya coming back after several months on the shelf because of a broken arm suffered in his Glory debut, a victory over Josh Johnsey. And the crowd showing their disapproval. Tonight they're used to a high level of action considering what's happened so far.
Yeah, the pace definitely has slowed down from the night.
Well, it has to. An in-ring melee involving fans. Can't get much more crazy than that. Some combinations now being thrown by Baya. Have you ever had to fight someone that you trained with?
No, I've never had to.
But if you did, Joe?
Well, it all depends who, I guess. But these guys are good friends, and if there's a world title on the line, I want it. That's my dream. That's my goal, so I'm going for it.
Even if you have to hurt him?
If I have to hurt him, I want that belt.
Not exactly the Ivan Drago, if he dies, he dies.
Hard. We don't always have to go hard to the head. We really focus on hitting that body and low kicks. More combinations from Massaro.
Nice counter punch from Massaro. Glunder goes to the body and eats an uppercut there from Baya. A little more action in round two. Not a ton. And for Glunder's sake, he's got to hope he won that round. Joe, how did you score that round?
Well, I'm going to give it to Baya just for being a little bit more active. And when he does throw his counter shots, they seem to be doing more damage and stunning Massaro a little bit. But you can see in the corner of Massaro, you have Yusri Belgari, who won a middleweight contenders tournament, who will have a shot against Canadian Simon Marcus in the future.
A little bit more urgency in the corner of Christian Baya. Or at least it appears so. I don't speak Dutch. But at least the volume is a little more elevated. Look forward to seeing the scores from our judges. Open scoring here tonight in Paris. Big Mike. Oh, he can't bear to watch. It's like watching two of his sons fight.
Big Mike's had a lot of TV time today.
He has. His logo's out there, too. So this is it. Round three. The finals of our lightweight contender tournament. Both these men fought earlier tonight, and here's our scores. Two judges giving that round to Glunder, but that won't be enough. As you can see, Baya ahead by 2 rounds on 3 judges' scorecards. So Glunder needs at least a knockdown here. And Joe, if you're Baya and you look up and see those scores and know basically if you don't get knocked down, you win the fight, how do you change your strategy?
Well, again, I don't really know what their strategy is right now. Are they going for knockouts, or are they just trying to steal and win on points? But regardless, I'd like to see Baya continue with those counter punches and try to be more active.
I'll tell you what, me and my brother used to get in fights when we were young, growing up in Alabama, and we let the haymakers fly. So,
well, I have a sister who's 2 years older, and we used to go at it. We knocked each other's teeth out, black eyes.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Probably shouldn't say that on air, Joe.
Well, we were young.
Oh, that's okay then. You knocked your sister's teeth out when she was a kid.
She's the one who gave me the big black eye. We did Taekwondo together, and the instructor would get mad at us for fighting all the time.
That's what you're supposed to do in Taekwondo. Ooh, that might have been a low blow. He'll get a few minutes to recover if he needs it. I don't know if I've ever seen a referee put his fist in a guy's stomach and push to try and relieve the pain. That's what just happened. I don't even think he asked if he was okay. He said, here, it's like the Mr. Miyagi Karate Kid fix. Keep going. Well, Glunder rather has certainly picked up the pace, added the pressure, but needs a knockdown. Minute to go. I guess one of our fights was bound to be a little slow. Had to happen. And now they pick it up. We almost get a double knockdown. That was a slip. Boy, that certainly could have changed the face of this fight if that was ruled a knockdown.
Glunder's definitely a little bit more active now.
Glunder in the black gloves, moving forward.
But according to the open scoring, he needs a knockdown.
Just ate a big left uppercut.
Baya has a vicious counter left hook, and I like when he switches that left hook to an uppercut. Very unpredictable.
Now these guys are starting to fight each other. Took a while. Blood coming out of the nose of Christian Baya. And that will do it. Big Mike can now exhale. The winner moves on to face Marat Grigorian, and the winner of that fights for the World Championship. Looks like it's going to be Christian Baya, the official decision, when we return.
The sub above difference is legendary. With Jersey Mike's, throwing an unforgettable party is easy. Now this is a party. Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
Oh, it's a good day. We're singing a song. It's a good day. Yes, it's a good day. How could anything go wrong? A good day from morning till night.
When it comes to buying a house, Trulia knows the house is only half of it. And with 34 map overlays like traffic, crime, natural hazards, and more, you can find the right house and the right neighborhood for you.
Morning till night.
Trulia, the house is only half of it.
The sub above difference is the shortcut. Just order online, avoid the line, and grab a sub with your name on it. Congrats! You're now the envy of the entire line. Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
Fan favorite Josh Johnsey. Be a part of it. Glory 43 New York at the theater at MSG, July 14th. Don't miss it. Welcome back here to Paris. For those of you watching in the United States on ESPN2, we're headed back to Oakland for Game 5 of the NBA Finals Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on ABC, with the Warriors looking to close out the series on their home court. Coverage starts with the NBA Countdown, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 Pacific from Oracle Arena. Here are the highlights from our lightweight contender tournament final.
Well, these teammates obviously really respected each other and just kind of threw combinations back and forth. There was no real big damage in the fight or big damaging shots, but it was Christian Baya who did a good job at using his counter punches, mixing in some good uppercuts, and just being a little bit more active and landing slightly more than Glunder.
They're basically best friends, ladies and gentlemen. Wore each other's fight T-shirt to the ring out of sign of respect. And it took until about the third round before they finally said, you know what, I've got a job to do.
And you can see how close it is. Both of them thrown fairly equal amount of strikes, landed amount. But again, it was Baya who ended up doing more damage to the body and to the legs of his teammate.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 tournament rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard and get the totals from our 5 ringside judges. They give us back a split decision. One scores this bout 29-28 Baya, 29-28 Glunder. And our 3 remaining judges have the bout 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27. It is a split decision for your winner. And now, Glory Contender Tournament Champion, Christian Baya. Here to present the Ramon Deckers Trophy, our Managing Director of Sports for Hammers and kickboxing legend France's own Jerome LeBanner.
Congratulations to Christian Bad News Baya. He's now 3-0 in Glory, has beaten Josh Johnson.